So do you know why most relationships fail? Because people don't address the absolute most important aspect of connection, and that's their own self-image. We think we fail because we can't sustain a long-term relationship, or we get lost in what the world tells us about happiness and connection. But the truth is, we're not failing. The information is failing us. Nobody's starting at the foundation. Nobody's starting at the core, how we feel about ourselves. And I'm telling you, if you change your self-image, you'll change your life. And I want to give you a simple and powerful framework to radically improve your self-image and fix the little problems that sabotage your relationships, not just with others, but especially with yourself. So here it is: self-acceptance, self-awareness, and self-improvement. So when you shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right, from what you lack to what you already have, then massive change can happen. And it starts with how you see yourself. And think about this. There are 3 different versions of you in this world. So who you really are, how you see yourself, and then how the world sees you. And I think most people struggle because they're just stuck in a distorted view of number 2, how they see themselves. Maybe it's beliefs that you picked up from childhood, and psychologists call this imprinting. And they're either positive or negative. You're unworthy, you're not lovable, you can't change. These things can do a lot of damage. Words really matter. But the great news here is that your own words matter the most. You can easily change these imprints. So then the next question would be, so how do we do it? Well, over the next 3 days, I'm going to show you how. And today we're going to start with self-acceptance, the foundation of everything. Think of it like the base of a house. If the foundation is cracked, then everything else is going to be shaky. Self-acceptance means recognizing and embracing who you are right now, flaws and all, the good and the bad. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of healthy relationships and happiness. Dr. Maxwell Maltz in Psycho-Cybernetics compares self-image to a thermostat. If your thermostat is set too low, like you're not enough, then your actions are going to follow, and it's going to hurt your relationships, hurt your life. But if it's set high, like I'm worthy, then your actions are going to rise to meet that belief. So if you and I are sitting together right now, maybe having breakfast, and I asked, hey, where's your thermostat set? Would I say, hey, turn it up a little bit, it's too cold in here? I hope not. But if you see yourself as unworthy of love, you will sabotage your relationships. And if you see yourself as someone who always fails, you're going to live up to that. But when you say, you know what, I'm not perfect, but I'm going to accept myself exactly like I am, you give yourself permission to grow. You're going to reset your thermostat to just a healthier level. So let me share a personal story. So I've struggled with the stutter since I was 5 years old. And as a kid, it crushed my confidence. In college, I prepared for weeks to give a short speech in class, and I thought, this is really my chance to beat this thing. But when I got up there, I froze, like 10 excruciating minutes of silence. And I drove home feeling like a complete failure. But in that moment, in that ride home, I realized that fear was always going to be there. So I just accepted it. Instead of fighting it, I just chose to use it as energy, to sort of see the beauty even in that moment. And that's when, in hindsight, I chose radical self-acceptance. I decided that I wasn't broken. Now that shift didn't fix my speech, but it fixed my relationship with myself. And once that happened, everything became possible. It's like the world opened up, and it started with me accepting me exactly the way that I was. So how do you start? Well, this is so simple. Just think right now of the absolute best and worst parts of you, and then you just accept them. You are exactly where you're supposed to be right now, good and bad, better and worse. This is just a decision. I accept myself. I'm going to quit beating myself up. And I think this repetition is going to rewire our brain and dial up our mental temperature. And here's the bonus. When you accept yourself, flaws and all, you're going to start accepting others. You're going to stop demanding perfection from your partner, your wife, your husband, your friends, your family. And you'll notice how much easier connection becomes.